Sports, but today being March 24th is World Tuberculosis Day. My guest is Dr. Ajua Asante Pokunal. She's a senior research fellow at Noguchi, and she's my guest this morning on the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Ghana, Nigeria?
Ghana.
Ghana.
Yes.
Would you watch the game?
I have high blood pressure, so I would rather listen to the scores afterwards.
Yes. Well, anyway, I'm sure a lot of Ghanaians will also join you in doing that as well. But anyway, let's go into our conversation. So we've been talking about World Tuberculosis Day, March 24th. Yeah. Let's zoom into this conversation real quickly. Why is March and this day set for particularly for creating awareness on tuberculosis?
Okay. So before 1882, we didn't know the causative agent of TB. There were a lot of research. People were saying it was caused by the environment. People were saying it was caused by food. It was caused by water. So on the 24th of March in 1882, Dr. Koch found the causative agent of TB to be Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So ever since that time, on the 24th of March, we celebrate World TB Day. I
can imagine if we lived in that era, it just might have been the same reactions to what we are seeing with COVID-19 now.
Exactly.
The scare and the worry, the fear of the unknown.
Exactly.
What is the rationale behind this year's theme, Invest in Tuberculosis, Save Lives?
Okay. So you and I know that when COVID came, a lot of money was pumped into COVID to try and control COVID. Within 18 months, $117 billion was pumped into COVID. Wow. But over the years, TB has just asked for $15 million. All the worldwide global leaders all came together and promised us. We haven't even got half of it. If we should get a little more than what we are getting now, invest more money, we will be able to get more people, the missing cases, those in the communities that are not coming, we're able to do more research and be able to control the disease.
Just like how COVID has got various variants that we've heard about, does it apply same with tuberculosis?
Yes. So TB, we all know, people will just say it's caused by a bacteria, but in actual fact, it's caused by a group of bacteria. There are more than 10 or 17. Some cause TB in just humans, others cause TB in animals. And there are those that cause TB in both humans and animals. For us in West Africa, we are a bit scared because we have a variant that is just specific to West Africa.
That makes me, I don't know whether to laugh about it, but that's serious.
Yes, so it's called the Mycobacterium africanum.
Oh, it even has Africa at the end of it.
Yes, because it's found only in West Africa. Why it's restricted to West Africa? We still haven't been able to find that, yes. So Noguchi did a research during my PhD, and we found some association between it and some endemic or indigenous ethnic groups that are found along the coast of West Africa. Yes, but we still need to do more research before we can concretely say that this is why it is restricted to West Africa.
Would that be a focus for this year, or?
It's a focus for all the years.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been doing this research for more than 20 years.
But it's a particular thing we're going to be looking at this year.
This year is investing your time, investing money to end TB so that we can save lives.
Which age group brackets is prone to tuberculosis?
So adults.
Adults.
Yes.
So does it mean children can also?
Children are also infected with TB. In children, you know, when you are born, you're all given the BCG vaccine. It protects against pulmonary TB to the age of about 10. After that, the protection, just like the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, wanes off. In children, we get TB that affects other organs. In adults, we get TB that affect the lungs, but in children, mostly it manifests as TB that affects other organs. So children, adults, everybody can be infected, rich or poor.
What is the current state of tuberculosis reports in Ghana? Is it high? Is it low, average?
All right, so it's quite high. We did a research in Ghana by Noguchi, and we realized that what we've been reporting to WHO is less. We've been underreporting. We actually about 3 or 4 times what we have been reporting.
And what's the reason for this, or what has accounted for this?
Missing cases. So people don't come to the clinics. People are afraid to be tagged as TB patients. There's a lot of stigma in the community. People rather go to the pastors. They'll take herbal medicine. They'll self-treat. Most people are not aware that if you cough for more than 2 weeks, productive cough, just go to the clinic. So
does it mean that the BCG given to children wear out after a period, or must we go for boosters, if I can say that?
So that is the research we are doing. We are still researching into new vaccines for TB, but the BCG wears out after 10 years, because after 10 years you've been able to build your immune system. Newborns, their immune system is not well developed, so that's the vaccine protects them. And we being in an endemic region or endemic continent, we need to protect them. But after 10 years, your immune system will be able to. Okay,
so take us a bit deeper into understanding what happens to a person who's contracted the disease. You know, how does it start off? What starts showing, and what's the end stage like?
Okay, so TB is an aerosol, a disease in the air. So when somebody sneezes, coughs, spits, and you pick up the bacteria, first of all, your immune system will try to fight us off. So we have what we call the wall of cells. It protects you from the bacteria developing into a full-blown disease. But if your immune system is a bit down and the bacteria is able to overcome it, then the bacteria bursts out of the cells and infect all other cells. So then now you go into a full-blown disease. You start coughing. You start having night sweats, loss of appetite, you lose weight, you become very dizzy. There are a lot of things. If you're HIV positive also, then that becomes a double sword. Then everything just goes down. There are progression from infection to active disease is quite fast in people with a low immune system. But we have treatment. If we detect it early, we are given a 6 months cocktail of antibiotics. Yes. And at the end of the 6 months,
so it is curable?
It's curable. If you are able to adhere to the regimen, by the end of the 6 months, you'll be cured.
What about those who go in for herbal medicine? Is it possible to use a herbal medicine to also cure tuberculosis?
Research hasn't gotten that far for us to identify that this particular herbal medicine can cure TB. So I would advise that we go the orthodox way, where we know the cure rates, we know what it does, we know what the antibiotics targets, we know which part of the bacteria it targets, we know how it kills the bacteria. It's better we go that way until we come up with a herbal medicine. So
I have two last questions. So you know how we all went nose mask, social distancing with COVID-19, and we spoke heavily about it. I know 1882 was not quite very far away from us, but doesn't this call for such similar measures to be put in place with regards to how to protect ourselves and about tuberculosis, because this is airborne?
Yes.
Or our bodies have been fighting it without...
It has been. We are in an endemic country. We've been fighting it all this while. Wearing nose masks will be a bit difficult. Yes, nose masks brought all those aerosol diseases down a bit. But most people also... It also prevented people from coming to the hospitals because, number one, if they cough and then they come, people will say that they have COVID. So they would rather not come to the hospital at all. So last year, normally we report about... 15,000 cases in Ghana. Last year, we reported only about 10,000, 12,000 cases. Wow. A lot of people didn't come up. Yeah, so this year, we've decided to go into the communities. So for about 3 days, we've been in the communities screening and educating people to come out. And we've got some cases.
Interesting. What are some challenges, now that you've hit into the communities, what are some of the challenges you are facing,
Finances. That is the biggest one. We need a lot of finances because going into the community, as I just said, you need money. Yeah. You need money to move the people. We had one yesterday at Abubloshi, and we moved doctors, nurses, public health practitioners, over 60 of them to Abubloshi. to screen. We went with yes, we went with a mobile van to screen the people, and we had to go around from store to store. We need the government commitment. We need full commitment to be able to control TB in Ghana.
Wow.
We need equipment. Yes, government has done very well through the WHO. We now have the GeneSpect, which is a rapid machine. So when you go and you are suspected of TB, within 2 hours you get your results. But it's not everywhere. So what we do now is that places that do not have it now transport it to places that have it. So we need more equipment. We need a lot of finances.
Wow. I've been talking to Dr. Adwoa Asante-Poku. She's a senior research fellow at Noguchi. Thank you very much talking about this. I mean, we all thought that COVID-19 was, the mighty, but it seems like this is also a very big threat to us that we are probably not focusing too much on, even as citizens. Thanks for drawing light on this. So, the creating awareness, I mean, you're doing all these social interventions. What is the next thing you're going to work on, next place you're going to be at, if I can just wrap it up with that? Also
today we'll be at Kolebu and Kolegono. Yesterday we started with the school children. We need to create awareness among the school children around Mamprobi. So today we'll go there again today. And then we'll be at all the OPDs, Kolebu OPD, Rage OPD, Achimota, and then my other colleagues will also be at the abattoirs.
Okay.
Because you remember in the beginning I talked about the variant that caused TB in animals. Yes. Yeah. So we're also educating all the abattoirs.
We have viewers all across the country. I'm very sure they're also asking, are we left out? With north, south, east, west, 16 regions.
No. So the regions are also doing a lot this week. All the regions are going around. The regional heads, the district heads, everybody's going around to educate people on TB. That TB is still the deadliest infectious disease.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I've had a great time with you as well. I'm very sure you're well informed this morning as well. Keep on watching Prime 1. We have more updates for you. But we'll be going into our Beyond the Headlines, which comes up next.